everyone. Good afternoon, good day, good evening, whatever time you get this message. Gosh, I didn't even check the date. I think today is it's Saturday, March 27th, I think. It's sometime in the afternoon, about 3:30. This update is late, but I wanted to let you know what's going on since my last chemo treatment. I was scheduled for a chemotherapy treatment this past Wednesday, but I did not have chemo because my liver levels were elevated, and in addition to that, my blood count was low. So this past Wednesday, I received a blood transfusion, and we're going to try to do the chemotherapy on this upcoming Wednesday instead. The previous treatment from a couple weeks ago was a bit, harsh on my system. So during the crazy week where we had flash flooding, I was actually coming home after my chemo treatment, and that night, after the power had gone out, and thank God came back on around 10:30, I had an episode where I ended up running to the bathroom into my trash can about 4 times within 2 hours because my food, actually I didn't even have that much food that day, but did not stay down, to say the least. So the vomiting wasn't fun, and that was the first time that I experienced vomiting from the treatment. Normally I would just get the nausea, so that was interesting. I didn't feel that great. I had been feeling some, muscle weakness and soreness, but based on the treatments that they have been giving me and then the results that came from my blood draw, they were able to at least identify that I had really bad anemia in addition to the high liver levels. So I have about 4 or 5 more treatments left to go. And this reprieve, this break from chemo has been great. I'm still struggling with fatigue even after the transfusion and some soreness, but that's not too bad. It's not unbearable. A couple weeks ago, I did have a cardiology exam as well. I had to do, I think it was an echocardiogram, as well as a stress test on the treadmill, and the stress test didn't go so well because I couldn't walk fast enough at the rate that they needed within the 2 minutes because I was so sore. And again, I guess we could accredit that to the anemia. So that, they didn't see anything major going on with my heart other than the fact that there's some thickening on my, artery wall, they said, on my left side, but that's most likely due to the chemotherapy treatments, and there's nothing they can really do about that. So overall, the heart exams, they went fairly well, right? So there's nothing that they're concerned about at the moment relating to my heart. What else? I was having some issues with tinnitus, this clicking sound in my ear, so I had an audiology appointment today for an assessment to see how that's going. So I have to follow up with an ear, nose, throat specialist to find out why my ears are ringing at certain times. And they're not even ringing, it's like a clicking sound that sounds like the second hand of a clock. So I have supersonic hearing, or super sonar, so that's interesting. I hear a lot of things. So when I heard that clicking sound and I couldn't identify it in my room, I was really concerned. But again, that's probably another side effect of the chemo. I'm just going to follow up with an ear specialist just to make sure that there's not damage being done from the chemo, and if there is, to find out what my alternatives are in addressing it. So that's been the journey. Other than that, I'm just continuing with my disability paperwork, which is a process, and hopefully I'll know something by the end of this month, beginning of April. That will be good news. I think that's about it for right now. So those are the updates, and I feel like there is more, but I'm tired. I'm kind of rambling, and I'm going to go eat some ice cream. So I didn't want to get in the house. It's really, really hot. So that's why I took time to do this video just beyond the gate of the house, where it's nice and cool. So just a quick update. Thank you so much for everything. Some of you are still asking how you can help out. My GoFundMe page is still up and running. Please feel free to donate that way. I do need a little extra assistance with transportation outside of my visits to the hospital. So transportation, and I order food a lot because it's just easier. I don't have a kitchen, so I use my card to do grocery shopping, but on days when I feel under the weather, I don't go out and walk. So I have been ordering food a lot. So gift cards are welcome. Food gift cards are welcome. And also donations if you would like to continue that way through GoFundMe. But yeah, I definitely could benefit from assistance with ordering food. You know, that's probably like my biggest thing right now. So if you have any questions, or you just want to reach out and say hey, please do so. Some of you have emailed me, thank you. Some of you have called me, and some of you have texted me. So that's been good, because some days have been more than others. So thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll have chemotherapy next Wednesday, so God willing, everything is good. My levels are where they should be, and we can continue with the chemo. And we'll let you know more after that treatment, or maybe while I'm in the hospital getting treatment that day. So thank you so much. God bless you, and have a great rest of your weekend.